Benrahma struggled to be the spark that West Ham needed as their unbeaten run continued with a 0-0 draw at Southampton on Saturday afternoon. You mean West Ham struggled to be the spark that West Ham needed as the unbeaten run continued with a 0-0 draw at Southampton on Saturday afternoon? Exactly. That doesn't make any sense. Well, that doesn't make any sense to put only Saïd Benrahma. It's not only his fault, okay? And you can't underrate him as 3 out of 10? Really? Yes, chatters, this is today's video. I'm talking about these articles that are talking about Saïd Benrahma and just one little bad performance he made in the game against Southampton yesterday. They make a whole scene about it, but the whole team could have done better, especially Mikel Antonio and that red card he received. Why is it only Saïd Benrahma that's getting attacked? Ferociously attacked. First article is Football Fancast. Now, let's actually review some bits in this article where it talks bad about Saïd Benrahma. Like this first one. The Algerian maestro lasted just 63 minutes before he was hooked for new summer signing Nikola Vlasic, who the fans have already taken a liking to after an impressive debut and cameo from the bench. Okay, so I kind of see what's happening here, chatters, in my opinion, obviously. Since that Nikola Vlasic joined West Ham United, everybody, some people, most of the people have been liking Vlasic, and it seems like David Moyes has something up his sleeve as well. I think that David Moyes is planning to put Nikola Vlasic and make him the new great attacking midfielder and replace Saïd Benrahma. Now, that is kind of mean. I don't know, and I don't understand, and I don't know why David Moyes and a few articles that we'll be reviewing today has such a bad side for Benrahma. I mean, take a look at this. He was hooked for new summer signing Nikola Vlasic, who the fans have already taken a liking. And they even underline fans. Okay, so they're just trying to make this really explicit that that Nikola Vlasic is better than Saïd Benrahma. Now, I'm not trying to have a go at Nikola Vlasic here, okay, chatters? And if you're a fan of Nikola Vlasic and you like his football, don't take what I'm saying in a bad way, basically, okay? All I'm saying, and I'm just not understanding what's going on, and I'm pretty angry as well that what they're trying to do to Benrahma. Now, ever since he joined Vlasic, they're just trying to replace him with Saïd Benrahma, and they're basically just turning on Benrahma. They're turning on Benrahma. West Ham and these goddamn articles are all going against Benrahma, and I don't understand why. Okay, I mean, look, the guy's just joined. Not just joined, but he's joined, and you can see his potential. You can see his skill. You can see, what this guy has to offer. Now, just because he hasn't shown his peak performance, or just because he hasn't done any rainbow or nutmegs today, doesn't mean that he's not a good player. Mickey received a red card. Now, don't think I'm having a bad side with Mikel Antonio, okay? He's a great striker, he's a great player in a nutshell. But him receiving a red card is far more worse than Benrahma not shining today. I mean, they played all right, but they could have done better, But now let's move on to this Football Fancast article's next saying about Saïd Benrahma. Alright, chatters, this is our next one, as you can see. Furthermore, the £26 million rated Dynamo struggled to beat his man, failing to register a single successful dribble, and on top of that, both of his shots were blocked, so evidently he was lacking in the final third. Alright, now what they're saying here, when they say, his control wasn't good, when they say Dynamo struggled to beat his man, failing to register a single successful dribble. Yeah, okay, fine. But why are they trying to act when they say here the £26 million rated Dynamo? Like, okay, cut Dynamo, but just look, just focus on the £26 million rated, okay? They're just acting like he's a flop, like he's a failure. Just after one single 90-minute match, they say all this crap about him. Now, I've never been this frustrated on my channel, like, ever. And I'm not frustrated at you chatters. You have nothing to do. You're just viewers and stuff. You haven't done anything. It's okay. But I'm just frustrated at these articles. I don't know why they're bringing up all of these, different stories and different sides about Benrahma. You can have your opinion, fine, but you don't need to go and pretend and act and, bring on the theatre that Saïd Benrahma is a huge flop. He's not a huge flop, mate. And I'm not just only saying this because it's Saïd Benrahma and he's Algerian and whatever. I'm saying this because he is a brilliant addition. He's a brilliant asset to West Ham United. And just because he didn't play as usual for against Southampton doesn't mean he's a flop, and doesn't mean that he, isn't a good asset, and doesn't mean that he can't do better next time, okay? They're focusing so much about Saïd Benrahma that they haven't realised the whole thing about how West Ham played and Mikel Antonio's red card. I keep bringing this up because it's important that, one of our best strikers received a red card, and how they're acting like it's normal and they don't want to bring it up that much, but they're bringing Saïd Benrahma, and his, and his not so good performance. I just don't understand. And the £26 million rated, Benrahma is supposed to be worth more than £26 million, okay? That's first of all, okay? In my opinion, he's supposed to be rated at, he should be, around 50-60 million, not just 26 million. That's offensive, to be honest. That's actually offensive to me and all the other Benrahma fans and stuff. Maybe, half of these chatters that are subscribed to me, they're kind of on my side because this is Benrahma fan chat, and we're here to support Saïd Benrahma. We're here to give, to back him up for this crap that he'll be going through for a very long time. And I think this is because maybe he's Algerian. So this is another form of racism, I believe, and this should be stopped, okay? No matter what skin color you have, you shouldn't, you don't have any entitlement, any right, you don't have the power to be racist to anyone. Now, you're bringing this on, with another player has to go through racism just because you can't, calm down and say, yeah, we're all different. Imagine if someone was making fun of you, okay? Imagine someone saying, oh, you look so ugly, you shouldn't be on this earth. That's really mean, okay? And it's just wrong in a nutshell, okay? It's just wrong in a nutshell. And what happened now? When they say is, well, chatters, let me highlight this bit. Alright, so when they say here as well, as it's highlighted, both of his shots were blocked, so evidently he was lacking in the final third. Alright, so what, again, here it is again, chatters. Half of the West Ham team couldn't even pass a ball, okay? They didn't play as well as they usually play, and they're only bringing up Benrahma. So now they're saying both of his shots were blocked, so evidently he was lacking. He was lacking, but that doesn't mean that, he's not a good footballer, or that he didn't at least, try today, or, just because he hasn't put as much, effort, just because he hasn't been playing as well as he usually plays, doesn't mean that he's lacking. Lacking is a big word, Lacking is an absolutely great, and it's a very important word, if you know what I mean. If you use that in football, lacking, that means it's been, that player's been not doing this specific skill, or hasn't been playing as well, for a while. That's what lacking means. It just means that you haven't been doing well for the past while and stuff, for the past 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. Count them all, okay? And Benrahma, he hasn't been lacking. Yes, okay, I'm not, he hasn't played the best yesterday. Him and the West Ham team haven't played the best yesterday. They should have at least got 2 or 3 goals, in my opinion. But you can't say that is lacking. That's too much, okay? And this, for me, in my opinion, just shows the racism here again. This sentence really does highlight the anger and the racism that this football fancast producer has, okay? And I could have said had, but no, I'm saying has, because it will still be going on. When he was at Brentford or all the other clubs that he was at, he was still getting racism, and it's not stopping at West Ham as well. It doesn't seem to be stopping at West Ham. God knows when Vlasic steps into that pitch and plays his first match, Benrahma will be taken off, gone onto the bench. Okay, maybe I'm thinking too far. Maybe I am just thinking too far. But it's always, I hate to be disappointed. Being disappointed for me, I really do hate it. So I always think of the worst, so I don't get disappointed if I'm thinking, if I'm hoping, if I'm dreaming and stuff. But this has to stop. This racism towards Saïd Benrahma has to stop. Now, let's move on to our next sentence that this Football Fancast article has left. All right. Let's take a look at this next one. So there are 2 bits in this paragraph that I wanted to highlight out to you. Obviously, the one in blue is the highlighted one that I will be reading out now. All right. So football.london graded the 26-year-old as Moyes' worst player at St. Mary's Stadium, handing him a 4 out of 10. All right. The first reason why this is completely whoa, basically, is the worst player at St. Mary's Stadium? Really, you have to be joking. You really have to be joking. And honestly, actually, I changed my mind right now. They're not joking. They actually mean it because it's on. They typed it, they edited it, they edited this whole article. So this means that they really do mean this. And that's really racism. This is actually racism. This is what has been going on, and this is racism. Basically, when they say the 26-year-old as Moyes' worst player. Worst. Really. Benrahma, he naturally is a god in football. He naturally has that potential. Okay, he naturally has that potential. He naturally has that skill. Okay, and you can see it for yourselves. In all of my skill shows, go watch all of my skill shows. Go to my channel, scroll down, and look for my skill shows, and it will show you. It will prove to you Saïd Benrahma's worth. And still, if my skill shows don't prove enough, search up yourself. Just search it up yourself. Say Benrahma skills show, whatever you want, and you'll see the true evidence for yourself. It's in a video, and videos don't lie. Okay, the video can't just say or can't just reverse the good bits and only put the bad bits of Benrahma. Okay, and this is what they're doing. Video is a video. Someone filmed this. Someone recorded this. Someone took it from another person and put it into a video. Okay, so this cannot be a lie. It cannot, the video can't change itself by itself. It's just a video. It's a piece of technology. Like me, this is a video. It's not going to go against me. The video is not going to start talking and say, hey, Emil, you're wrong. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so the worst player at St. Mary's Stadium. God, this is absolutely horrifying, to be honest with you. I find this really just, offensive. And what do you mean he was the worst player at St. Mary's Stadium? Firstly, in football, there are no worst players. You can't say that. That's terribly mean. Okay, you can't say that someone, is that he or she was the worst player. There's no worst player. But you could say you could say that they were the worst player in a nicer way, at least. Okay, and I think they all played the same. Southampton and West Ham, all the players played the same. It was just an average game, as I mentioned in my last video. If you haven't checked out my last video, you should go and check it out. But I think they played the same. Average game, below, just a little bit below average, but you could say still average game. 0-0. That's fine. Okay, but the thing is that they only point out Benrahma. They didn't point out the whole West Ham team. They didn't point out West Ham or Southampton that they didn't play well. They only point out Saïd Benrahma. Okay, and now if the comment section isn't disabled, then you can actually leave down articles showing me literally just maybe you can prove me wrong and show me articles from, showing Mikel Antonio's red card, or just saying what I'm saying now, that they played average. No player was bad, no player was better, they all played the same, okay? It was just an average game. And now we're going to go to the next bit in this paragraph. Alright, so the next bit. Eventually replaced by new signing Nikola Vlasic, they wrote. Wow, so I'm actually very convinced that this Vlasic will replace Benrahma. And I just don't know what to say now. Like, this is an article. I didn't make this up. Alright, if you don't believe me, go to Football Fancast. It's literally on the top right now. Go to it and you'll read this exact article that I'm reading right now. Okay? Eventually replaced by new signing Nikola Vlasic. God, why is the world so mean? Why do people have to be so racist and mean to players? At the end of the game, this is just football. People play, people score, people get injured, people don't, okay? This is football, it's a sport, and nobody is better than any other, okay? It's just mean. It's just why. It's cruel, basically. You're putting a signing, okay? And you're going to replace a very skillful, a very capable player and put a new signing already in it, okay? They're not saying maybe, they said eventually replaced by new signing, okay? If it was maybe, then it would have said maybe replaced by new signing Nikola Vlasic, blah, blah, blah. But it's saying eventually replaced. If you see the maybe, tell me where the maybe is, okay? If you see the maybe, tell me where the maybe is. But there's no maybe, there's no might, there's no could, there's no, okay? There's just eventually replaced by new signing Nikola Vlasic. I just don't know what to say. Honestly, chatters, I don't know what to say. But also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you do not miss another video. And like this video if you're enjoying it. And also, if you do agree with me and what is happening, do not forget to leave your comments down in the comment section below. Different opinions. Don't mind if you don't agree with me, because this is good to have opinions and stuff. And anyways, now let's check that football.london article and let's see what they have to say. Alright guys, yes, we are now on our last article for this video, football.london. Now let's see what these lot have to say about Benrahma. Alright, so good start already. Okay, it's a good start. They say West Ham player ratings versus Southampton, Bowen on form, and Antonio receives a red card. Alright, so the main thing here is Antonio receives a red card. Okay, good. They're already mentioning Antonio's red card. That's already good. Now, again, please hear me out once again. I do not have any problem with Mikel Antonio. He is a talented striker. He's a sniper, okay, as me and my dad say. So we definitely do not have anything against Mikel Antonio. If he's mean to Benrahma, then we will have something, with him. But if he's not, he hasn't done anything to Benrahma yet, so he's fine. Anyway, so it says Antonio receives red card. That's not good that he received a red card, but good that they're mentioning it. So they're not only using Benrahma, they're not only putting the bad on Benrahma, if you know what I mean. Now, alright, don't want to keep you waiting. Let's go and let's look for some crap sentences of what they said. Alright, so they mentioned different players, and here we are, Saïd Benrahma. Alright, let's read it together then. Let me just highlight this. A very quiet first half from the Algerian, who saw little of the ball and struggled to make an impact in the game. Eventually replaced by new signing Nikola Vlasic. Alright. Yeah, he's it's okay that Nikola Vlasic replaced him, but at least he got time to play, and it's not like, once Vlasic joined, Benrahma was put off and everything, or that and stuff happened. It's good that it was like that, okay? But I just hope that it's not going to be like an ongoing thing that Vlasic or someone's going to keep taking Benrahma's place. and Benrahma is going to be ending up as a bench warmer, because that's what we don't want. Okay, with not only West Ham, but with any other club that he joins to in the future. So a very quiet first half from the Algerian, who saw little of the ball and struggled to make an impact in the game. Eventually replaced by new signing Nikola Vlasic, and this Saïd Benrahma was took off at 62 minutes. We all know that to watch the game, hopefully. So it's okay that Nikola Vlasic was put on and stuff. It's okay, but in my opinion, wouldn't be okay if they, repeatedly put Vlasic, and left Benrahma on the bench. Okay? Because what's the point of buying a player if you're going to put him on the bench? It's right if, he doesn't play for 1-2 games. It's normal, because there's lots of people on the West Ham bench who don't get to play for 15 games or something. But if it's put on, for a while, and Benrahma's not put on for a while, or, at least not for a full 90 minutes, then I will be upset. I'll be angry, and I already feel extremely bad for Benrahma, because I'm kind of assuming what will happen right now. I kind of just, see the future a little bit. Oh, God. Chatters, tell me what you think in the comments. I do need some opinions this time. I do need some opinions. I just don't know what's going to happen at West Ham now. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen at West Ham? I just don't want them to put Benrahma off. It hurts me, and it will hurt Benrahma when he's going to be put off. Okay. But yeah, let's look for other stuff. Let's just scroll down, see what there is. No, just ads. No. Yeah. So that's I thought when a football fancast, whatever it's called, that I thought Football Fancast was going to show I thought it was going to show bad stuff of what they said, but they haven't said anything yet. This football.london hasn't said anything about Benrahma. They just said how the game has went. A very quiet first half from the Algerian. It's true, he was quiet. Again, kind of here as well. I'm gonna highlight it for you lot. Alright, here. So struggled to make an impact in the game. This as well, I kind of have a thing too, because all the West Ham players and all the Southampton players didn't make an impact. Nobody made an impact. That's why it stayed at 0-0. 0-0. Nobody scored. So how could anyone make a difference, anyways? And you can't only put it on Benrahma. Yes, it's unlike him, and yes, I know it's a shock. Okay, it's a shock that he didn't, provide anything new that he usually provides, but at least he tried, and nobody provided anything. Okay, so you can't only point out Saïd Benrahma. Anyways, chatters, that is it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to leave your opinions down. Please leave respectful opinions down. Otherwise, if they're not respectful, I will just remove them. I'm not saying I will be removing other opinions that are against mine, but if you leave not disrespectful ones, I will be removing them. Obviously, I want different opinions, so do not feel do not fear, do not hesitate at all to leave your opinions down in the comment section below. If the comment section is disabled, then you can go to my Instagram, which is at Benrahma Fanchat, or my Facebook, which is Benrahma Fanchat, and leave your messages down there. I'll be sure to reply to all of you, so if you have anything to say, you should go and do that. Don't forget to like this video, and like this video if you did agree with me as well, because how many minutes has it been? It's been 23 minutes so far. Never made a long video like this with screen recording and stuff. But anyways, chatters, hope you have a great day. And if anything new happens, like updates and stuff, you should tell me. I'll be telling you anyways in my new video. So you should stay tuned for more videos. So bye-bye, chatters. Have a great day.